So for this video, we're going to go over the concept of inequalities. And let's remind ourselves exactly of what this means. So if I have x is less than 5, actually let me back up a little bit and give myself some more room here. So let me go over the symbols real quick. So this is less than. Its opposite is greater than. Now, if we want to include whatever value we're talking about, we put a half and equal sign underneath it. And then this becomes less than, or equal to. And the same thing for the greater than sign. I put a line underneath it, half an equal sign, and this becomes greater than, or equal to. So if we do some of these, it might make it a little bit more clear. Okay, but I just wanted to refresh what all that means. So if I have these now, and I say I have x is less than 5, and since it's just less than, it doesn't include 5, so I put an open circle at 5, and since x is everything less than that, then we just include everything till infinity less than 5. Now here I have x is greater than or equal to negative 2. Since it's including negative 2, it's or equal to, I'm going to put a solid dot there, and now it says it's greater than, so I'm going to shade everything that's bigger all the way to infinity. Okay. Here I have x is less than or equal to 10, so it's or equal to, so we put a solid dot, and it says less than, so I have everything less than that. Okay. Please note, if I have the x or whatever variable I'm using on the left side, the inequality sign points in the direction of the arrow. Also, it always points at the smaller quantity of the two. So we're just comparing two quantities, x and 5 here, up here. And x is smaller than it, so it's pointing at x. The next one, x is greater than or equal to negative 2, so it points at the smaller one, negative 2. Okay, so let's look at a couple of graphs that we have to develop the inequality for. And here I have a solid dot at negative 3. So we're going to have negative 3. And it's everything bigger than that. So that means it's going to be greater than or equal to. It's or equal to because it's solid. X is greater than or equal to negative 3. Here I have negative 2, and I'm going to say my x's, and it's everything smaller than that, so x is less than, and it's an open circle, so it's just going to be that. It's not less than or equal to, it's just less than. Okay, so hopefully that makes things a little bit more clear, and we can use this then, believe it or not, in expressions. So we can solve these. So here I have s minus 9 is less than 4, and we want to know what's the range for s. Well, I would just add 9 to both sides. So now I have s is less than, in this case, 13. So I would put a circle at 13 and shade everything smaller than 13. Here I have 14 is less than or equal to a over 3 plus 1. So I need to just use my regular algebra. So I'm going to subtract 1 from both sides. So that means I have 14 minus 1 less than or equal to a divided by 3, or 13 is less than or equal to a divided by 3. And then I want to multiply both sides by 3. I'm dividing a by 3, so I need to multiply both sides by 3. And this gives me 39 is less than or equal to a. If I just flip it on the other sides, just flip everything around, you could write it as a is greater than or equal to 39. Just make sure you're pointing at the same number. Okay? So, and we would put, since it's r equal to, I would put a solid dot at 39, and then shade everything bigger than 39. Okay, so that should do it. We'll have to do some problems in class, and I'll see you then.